welcome back to another stirring rendition, Choir Voice Cutlery. That was my boy Bottleneck. I texted Bottleneck yesterday. It's Bottleneck. You mind if I use this music? He said, no, son, going with it. I said, okay, I'm going to. He'll probably sue me later. I don't know. What I got for you today is a little trip down memory lane. Many of you probably have one of these, but you ain't got this one. See what I'm saying? We're just going to dive right in it today. Y'all mind, son? I mean, normally I talk, walk around, kill time, but I ain't doing that today. What I have for you is the J. Marttiini fillet knife. Made by Janne Marttiini over in Finland. Now, Rappala is the one who sell it, or Rappala, however you say it, I don't know, and don't care. I'm not hooked on phonics. Now I watched an interesting video, and it very, very fascinating. 1965, the president of Rappala, whatever, and his staff did a drawing, and they come up with this knife. This knife is world famous. It really is. Millions of people got them. They don't have this one. I do. The handle's made of gnarly birch. The steel is either German or Finnish. Yeah, Finn's making my knife, son. I told you they part of that Scandi, the Scandi Dandy grind. Let me just see something right here. Let me check something. Now, I've not messed with this knife. I hadn't sharpened this knife. Nothing. Y'all seen me pull it right out of the sleeve there. This knife stays on the top of the kitchen refrigerator. That's the only refrigerator I got. It's in the kitchen. Let's just see something. Y'all see that? Got a little tear there. Now here's what's kind of fascinating about this. Okay, you already be fascinated? I can hear it. People taking deep breaths all over the South. Out on tour, but you get the picture. This knife, between 35 and 40 years old. This knife was my father-in-law's fishing knife, and Megan. The other day had said, hey, if you'd like to, you can do a video on it. You don't have to. And she just had this look on her face. And I said, yeah, I definitely got to. Now, hey, Tucker's gonna creep on the thing. Now, Megan is incredibly intelligent. She really is. And she never asks anything of me. She really doesn't. But when she mentioned it, I thought, yeah, I've got to do that. Now, her father passed on more than a decade ago. It seems like yesterday, but it's been a while, and he passed. And the interesting component is not interesting. I think it's awesome. They grew up every year going to Manitoulin Island. And they would go and take a couple weeks vacation, and they would fish, up there on the Great Lakes and that kind of stuff. And every fish that they caught, or he caught, the pike and all that, he used this knife to fillet them. And I believe it, because this is a bad motor scooter. Now, I met John 4 or 5 times, not very often really before we got married, but he made a lasting impact on me. He was a great guy, smart, super smart, was a metallurgist, and had worked for Detroit Edison for his whole life. So to know that this is his knife, a man who in just such a brief period of time made a big impact on me, son, I'm honored to do it. Now this is a J. Marttiini. Now, in 1926, Janne Marttiini opened up his famous factory in Finland. The original building is still standing today. It made it through World War II. Both the Russians and I believe the Germans, both because of its geographical location, had tried to destroy it, even though the Finns were quote unquote allies of the Germans. But it maintained. And they have a modern facility. They got like 50 men and women, craftsmen. They've got some automated stuff, son. So, and you're probably going, my God, Scab, you are a genius. Well, I am. Historical savant, if you will. and they put out these knives. Now, this knife is a 22-degree bevel. That's kind of the difference in their knives. They do a 22-degree bevel, and this wood is a gnarly birch. It only grows in Finland. You say, well, Scab, that's probably well, listen, dumbass, I just said it was 35 or 40 years old. The knife itself, this knife itself, was designed, I believe, in '64, and production began in '65. So what's that, 55 years old. So this was in that first era. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old Megan is. Now, she looks like she's about 18, but she's older than that. But this knife has to be 35 to 40 years old. Her father was a little bit older when Meg was born. And it's a great knife. Get a load of this. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's the kind of knife, I'm devilishly good looking. I get that. And I don't want to take away from my own looks, but this thing steals the show, son. This is a fillet knife, I believe. Now, y'all seen what it did to that paper? Yes, there were a few tears, but by far and large, son, it just like that. I think it was making that noise when it did it, son. So this is the J. Marttiini Rappala fillet knife. It was my father-in-law's. It's now ours. It stays here. Now we fish, obviously. I like rolling martin, son, just tearing them up. But we catch and release. I can't eat no fish. And let me go ahead and stop you. Because I see people typing, oh, you haven't tried. I've tried fish, I don't like it. I've tried to like it, I don't like it, okay? Chris Ray makes pretty good fish. I like Captain D's salted catfish. That's about it, son. But now, if y'all want to catch some fish and call me, I'll come here, son, and just take you. Actually, I won't, because Megan will kill me. It can't leave the house. It's an awesome knife. Honey, I'm honored to do it. I love you very much. I loved your dad, and I'm so glad we have this. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. And it's this channel's mission to help prevent that from happening. Can we do it? I don't know. We're going to try. We're going to do everything we can. My biggest message to you on that is reach out. If you need help, reach out. You have someone you can trust. You say, I don't. Reach out to us. Reach out to the VA. Reach out to someone. Most people have folks that you can trust. Don't harm yourself. Please don't harm yourself. No, I haven't seen what you've seen. And never will. I've seen some horrific things, but I know they don't compare. But I'm pleading with you. There is a light at the end of that tunnel, and we want to help you. As far as addiction goes, here's my eternal message to addiction. I decided yesterday, everybody's seen, people around the world are talking about the video I made yesterday. From Shanghai, Japan, that ain't even a place, Site, Japan, to Timbuktu, which actually is a place, Buenos Aires. I've always wanted to go there just so I could say Buenos Aires. Canada, Russia, Burma, used to be called Myanmar. All of those places. They say, you see Scab right there, cut that thing. That's what they're saying. I'm just telling you. It's gone viral. World star type guy. So, addiction, we're growing and we're coming after you. We're not against the addict, because I'm the world's most functioning addict. Praise the Lord, I'm clean right now, and I'm going to stay that way with the good Lord's help and accountability to you. I have decided that I'm going to live for my friend. Eric passed away last Friday. Tomorrow is his memorial. And I'd asked for a few prayers because I'm going to have to speak at it. I don't have to. I've asked to. I asked if I could, because there's some things on my heart because I love that dude. So remember me there. Listen, love you guys. I've talked too long. Let's get out of here. Hey, hit subscribe and hit like. Thank you, Carl Ruger. Thank you, Eric Hussein. Thank you, Bob the Metal Guy. Thank you for Captain Electro. Thank you, Del King. Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Megatron. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for everybody who always comments on the channel. The comments drive the thing. And if we can get YouTube off their ass and start pushing some of these videos, we can grow. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Let me show you this. It's my new technology. See, now I don't have to like saunter up, like I'm doing something. Now my boy Bottleneck, and I lost Bottleneck. Hold on. While I'm pulling up Bottleneck, y'all talk about how badass this knife looks, because it is just absolutely phenomenal. Again, Megan, thank you for letting me review this. I love y'all. I got a little button to turn off. I don't have to walk up no more. Bottleneck, sing the song, son.